is up, support squad? This is my first video for the channel, so hopefully you like, comment, share, and subscribed already. And if you haven't, please do so. All my other social media will be in the description box below, including the Instagram page, Facebook page. I don't know if I should make a Twitter. I don't really use Twitter, but if I do get a big enough buzz, then I will just start putting it on all social media platforms. So welcome. So really, the name of the brand that I'm trying to start is called SupportMyCi-D, and I came up with the idea this one time. I was at an extra credit event for Martin Luther King, and like recognizing everything he did for our community and things of that nature. And I was sitting in a group discussion with some of my peers, and we were talking about the city of Detroit. Now at this point, of course, nobody knew that I'm from Detroit. Like, they had no reason to know. I didn't tell anybody. So we were talking about Detroit, and they were saying how they only hear bad stuff about Detroit, and that they've never been, and they probably would never go. They wouldn't want to raise a family there, and everybody's either getting pregnant or on drugs, or all the dudes are shooting people up and they're getting robbed, all this crazy stuff. And I was just thinking, like, dang, I never thought about, well, I think about it, but I never really put deep thought into how other people think about our city, right? So I'm listening and I'm just chilling at first, like I wasn't saying nothing. And then they had asked me my opinion, and I'm like, well, I'm from Detroit, and they all shocked, like, what? And then one young lady, she told me like how well put together I was, and how I can articulate myself, and how I don't seem like I've ever been pregnant or had an abortion or something like that. And it offended me to a point, like it didn't offend me personally to whereas I felt I was being attacked, but it offended me to a point where I felt like I need to stand up for my city. Like, a lot of people have this mentality where like when you grow up in Detroit, you should bash it, or like it's a bad place to be from or anything like that. And I've only had great experiences in Detroit. I've met a lot of great friends. I've been to a lot of great events. I've had a whole lot of fun. So it's sad to see that everybody can't have the same experience as me. But that's where I came up with this. Sitting at that table, I thought about it, like, what if I had the power to show off all the potential that Detroit has, and all like the talent? Because I know a lot of people from Detroit. I know a lot of artists, rappers, musicians. I know people who are trying to start record labels. I know people who can design shoes, do custom stuff with that. And I also know people who can do photography and video, the same stuff that I'm doing. And I'm like, people need to see this potential. Like, they look at Detroit as a city that's always failing, but we got a lot of potential in Detroit. People just don't know about it. And another thing that I was looking into, most of the thing that I'm going into, that didn't just make no sense. Okay, one of the things I'm looking into right now with my research, because I'm a sociology major, is how when people come to Detroit and say they're like helping the communities or they're rebuilding Detroit, I noticed that they only focus on the downtown and midtown areas, when that's not our biggest problem. The biggest problem is in the neighborhoods outside of that, like on the deep east, deep west, things like that. We got all these abandoned buildings and grass that need to be mowed, and like vacant properties and all that type of thing. So I was thinking, like, yeah, so we have all those type of things, and that had got me thinking, like, well, if people really want to help Detroit, why aren't they going into like the real nitty gritty of Detroit? They want to make the downtown look all pretty by the Renaissance and Riverwalk and all that, but all that has been good. Like, that part has been great, and I appreciate everybody's effort to help, but that isn't where Detroit is lacking at. So that's what I'm really going into with my degree for now. That's what I'm focusing on. I was thinking, like, why not on the side, like, show people that we actually have the potential for us to grow as a city. Like, I was talking to some people, and the main thing they were saying was why people don't want to help out in the communities is because the people in the actual communities wouldn't want help themselves. So if they came and tore down all the abandoned houses or fixed them up, or if they came to the neighborhoods, mowed the grass and stuff like that, that the people who live in those communities would just tear it up, or they wouldn't appreciate it, which I can see some reason why they would say stuff like that. But I want to show people that if you get involved enough in these communities and try to fix up enough of the neighborhoods in like the real problem areas in Detroit, that people will start to come together and see, like, oh, okay, they're really trying to fix Detroit. Because most of the time when people try to come in and fix up some stuff, everybody just looking at it like, they're really doing it for like clout or like some fame, or nobody does it from like the heart. Nobody's ever genuine with it that I've seen. They usually do it for some type of recognition or come fix on Detroit because it's a good look for them. But I want to show people that like the people in these communities that I hope that they can build on and fix up are like real genuine people who would really want this help and who would really go forward with taking care of their neighborhoods. And on top of that, we got some good talent. I feel like Detroit is one of the most talented cities. You know, we Motown, so of course we got a lot of talent, but a lot of people don't see us for that. They see us for the gang violence and all this other stuff that, yeah, it happens, but it happens everywhere. So you can't just pinpoint Detroit for all this violence and the stuff like that, because it happens everywhere. But so yeah, that's really why I started the Support My City movement, because I wanted people from Detroit to actually come out and showcase themselves with the real potential that we have, and show them that all of our communities aren't about violence. We not all gang banging and getting pregnant and things like that. So this is just some stuff I'm doing on the side of my own personal research. I'm a research major, that's what I do. But this is some of the stuff I wanted to do like on the side to just show people like, you know, what I'm fighting for isn't just because I'm from here, I want it to be better. Like, no, we really do got some good potential and we got some good neighborhoods if we could just get the help that we need to build on them. Because, of course, we as a community could take over this type of stuff, but a lot of people are uneducated about how to go about it. And a lot of people don't have the resources like the funds or the networking. So if I could be just one person to come in and try to help, then other people might see me and get inspired by it and try to help, or somebody high up, because I do a lot of networking. So somebody high up where I might have worked, or somebody I might have met or talked to or had a conversation with, they might come through and be like, oh, I see what you're doing. You were serious, so let me help out any way I can. So hopefully that's what really goes down. But this channel is mainly for talent. So anybody who does music, if you can draw, rap, sing, produce, make beats, any talent you can do. You can beatbox. You can come on here on this platform and showcase your talent. And I'm gonna do full interviews. I'm not just gonna have people up here showing you what they can do. I'm gonna be interviewing people on, you know, what inspired them, or what made you want to start this. How did you recognize your talent? You know, how did you come up? Who was your biggest inspiration? Your supporters, and what would you say to the people who trying to do what you're doing? Like things like that. It's not just gonna be all talent. It's gonna be real conducted interviews. And I do got some interviews on the way, so do not worry. But I can't say, oh, I'm going to post this specific date, or I'm going to have interviews coming out every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Can't say that because right now I'm in the transition from moving from East Lansing to Detroit for an internship. So I still do have other priorities. So I'm not sure how great that would work. But I can say that I do have a lot of people lined up for interviews. I just got to actually shoot and edit them. And location is a big thing, because I am going from East Lansing to Detroit. People have to make sure like they know where to go or where to come. And I have to make sure that I'll be available for them. So I do have other priorities I got to stick to. But I will be coming with the heat. Great talent from Detroit. Not just any random people who claim they can rap or claim they can do this. We coming with the real deal Holyfield. So if you know anybody, or if you are somebody that has really good talent, you can hit me up. I'm gonna put my email in the description box. We'll put my Instagram, the Facebook, all that comes to my phone. So if you want to DM me or inbox me, or even if you want to comment in the comment section, I'm gonna answer all that to the best of my abilities. But for sure, the best way to contact me would probably be through either Instagram or the email that I'll put in the description box. Yeah, because not only this, I do photography, I do film stuff. I'm actually about to start shooting music videos for certain somebodies, but I won't say that yet. We're not gonna put that out there. Y'all just gonna see it when I do it. Or of course I'll put y'all hip to it on my social medias, like, oh, you know, I'm posting this video, or I'm working with such and such. Y'all gonna see it in the air. I'm gonna throw it in the mix. I'm gonna throw it in the atmosphere, and you'll see it when it comes. But I do also do those things. So if you need price inquiries, or you just want to hit me up and ask me some questions, or you just want to support, then you can for sure either comment on this video or on any of my social medias, my email, anything like that. So I do want to appreciate I do want to thank everybody who came and clicked on this video and everybody who's been supporting me so far. I just want to thank everybody, and like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And we will be taking over Support My City, first Detroit and in the world.